What is going on, guys? Assassin here with some more Assassin's Creed Valhalla, picking up where we left off. And actually, I wonder if we can do a sick jump off. YOLO! Oh, God. Oh, that was badass. Almost died. We're gonna head over to, I think, maybe. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I will see you guys once I get there. I gotta pick up some stuff along the way. Probably gonna start by getting the sync rate. Yeah. Okay, got another fucking got another sync point. I also been getting some wealth. So I almost have might not want to play. Actually. Oh god. Please let me. Oh my god. Actually terrifying. I thought I was gonna die. Okay, I'm also getting this other wealth you guys then I guess. Okay, I'm over near this well because I was trying to find the last well. And there's this house, and I'm just gonna show you. I think this because I looked up a video, so I think this is where it is. So I'll show you guys if it's where it is. Hopefully, I don't even know if it's doing anything. But I think you gotta go over here somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Where the hell is it? It's supposed to be full. I thought I knew where it was. Okay, I think I went the wrong way. I gotta go this way. My bad, my bad. I'm an idiot. I think I'm about to get fucked up by this though, but there's no health back death. As you can clearly see. Who knows, maybe Olvin will hop in and be like, yo, get the fuck up. Doubtful.
Wolves. It must be the pack that Urnir quarreled with.
Okay, I didn't see it. Leave your pack dead, bitch.
worst fears realized. But your death will not be in vain. You went to face them.
Ymir was out at night, but not to be defending us against the darkness of the clouds. I buried his remains in moonlight while his Keller's howl, Gerald's dire death song. The intrigues of Harold's court are a fading memory. Ymir was a good dog and a loyal companion. I am alone, but Ray's friends is a cold. For that. Also, in case you're wondering, this is the location. Yeah, I'm I need the loot.
Yeah.
I need the wealth. I thought Ymir was his friend.
Brutal fate, torn to pieces by wolves. None remain on this island. I should leave this place.
Kind of depressing. I think what I'm gonna do is get to my boat and get that locked up. And that's gonna be all the loads through. Okay, this is actually this is really sad. I remember just the whole thing about how this is home, and is this where we started the game? I honestly don't know. So this is actually where we started the game. This is home. Right? But
When Father first showed me this passage, I was so excited. I won every game of hide and fetch after that.
oh, this is where Dad or Mom died. Well, we have so much loot.
Silver, gems, precious things. How did Kjotve's dogs miss this?
Is this where I killed that guy? Oh my god, you can actually interact with it. Oh my god. This is legit where I killed that one guy.
Mother, if I had followed your orders, would you have lived? Would you and Father have triumphed?
Sad, man. This is legit where we started the game.
This is where Father and Mother left this world. I would have died with them in dishonor, if not for Sigurd.
You're about to tear up. I don't know why. And we were like, nah, we dragged the sword and we put it there. And the guys fought each other. Teleport away from the depression? Shit. Okay, I'll just see you guys once I arrive at the place. Okay! Why as soon as I make it here, you're gonna do this with me?
Have you ever seen so many ships docked at once?
Never!
Hold
Nor has
here.
there been a gathering of kings so large as this. Parents got loose in the house and mom was telling me to go. It was yours and six. Oh. Yeah, I saw it, but my mom. I got it. Oh, time to do your next good.
Sure. Then I can do this one. Help! I want out! Oh. You climbed out like a boss.
Go, my eyes.
He's in this area. Sigurd, where are you?
Thor himself could
Your
not
clan
take
is
me.
a foul stench, but we are strong, Ergi. Yes, strong with stink. Step closer, seal face, and say that I...
You have just won your heart's desire, Eivor. Yet by the look on your face, you have lost your will to live.
Gorm is here with the last of his men. Why does that troll dare to show his face?
Leave it for another day. We are here under Harald's truce, and Gorm is too weak to try anything bold.
He's a seed stain on his father's trousers. I should wipe him from this world.
Not tonight, Eivor. Leave it.
Okay.
Basim, watch over this one, and see that she warms herself with drink. I will find my father and escort him to the Longhouse.
I'm
As you
against
wish.
it, babe.
Is Hytham well?
He will heal, but never fully recover. It is fortunate that you were able to succeed where he failed.
My resolve was strong.
When you slew
This
Kjotve,
dumbass literally just
did you see a
rushed in there,
sigil
like,
on him?
I'm gonna get
Silver,
it! And then he's
the
got
size of my
fucking ass
palm,
tossed
bearing
like
the
a wall,
symbol of an ash tree.
like a fucking ball.
Take it. Trade it for what you can.
I know where Gorm is camped. If you wish to see him without anyone the wiser, there is a trick I can teach you.
Already looking for another princess. All right, I'll bite. What do I do?
Use your cloak to obscure your face. Blend into the crowd. Divert attention. Hide in plain
Yeah,
sight.
this is how we learn how to conceal our identity.
A gift of knowledge from a man I hardly know. Is this your way of asking me to join your brotherhood?
Not at all. So long as men and women fight to secure honor and freedom, their allegiance hardly matters to me.
I suppose there's no shame in using deception when honor is at stake. And Gorm is a stain on that honor.
Then let's see what can be done to cleanse that stain. Give it a try.
Okay.
A few things you should know before you step into his camp. Walking unseen through hostile territory is an exercise in subtlety. A hood makes you forgettable, dismissed at a distance. Remain far from watchful eyes, and you will be invisible to them. Do not draw blade or hammer, for these and other sudden movements can break your disguise. And in case I wasn't clear, you will need to put up your hood for the trick to work.
I already did it. Stupid.
Gorm is there, in the camp ahead.
What were you thinking? Drinking mead on an empty stomach? You have to eat something before drinking that much. How often?
Wager on who gets the kill?
Yeah.
Why does my leg fucking sprint? You're supposed to walk, you fucking dumbass!
Remember Fraki's double thrust?
Let me fucking Yaku like a fucking dumb bitch. Watch, don't fucking sprint or you're gonna fucking die.
A few things you should know before you step into his camp.
What were you thinking? Drinking mead on an empty stomach? You have to eat something before drinking that much. How does that go? Feed before meat.
Eivor!
You Arker shit! Take up your weapon and follow me beyond these walls. Let Odin's favor land where it may.
You dare not break the king's peace here. So fuck you and your god talk. What say you to that?
Fuck you. Ha! I might not be able to kill you, but I can punch you.
You can beat me, but you will not kill me. Not under Harald's truce.
You are all subject to King Harald's truce. Break his peace and you will be cast out of Alrikstad.
I'll give you no trouble. You were shed into this world without honor, Gorm, and you will leave as a turd, dumped into hell's deepest ditch.
Keep crowing, Eivor. You only make yourself an easier target.
You're about to be a dead target.
The Alding will have started. I should find Sigurd.
How much did it do? I don't even care about this. To be honest, I don't even care about you. Is there charisma thing around here? I don't think so. Wanna work on leveling up my charisma?
Stomach and the pound!
Online.
This is all Marius.
Here. Bigger.
Tell me Gorm still lives, Eivor.
It pains me to say, He does.
Thank you. His day will come. Oh, gods. I hate long speeches.
Only when you're not giving them.
Many of you knew my father, Halfdan the Black. A great man who achieved great things.
They buried Halfdan's leg near our temple. The crops have never grown taller.
They buried his arse near ours, and we get nothing but a muddy river.
I dream of something greater. A vast kingdom of warriors in numbers the world has never seen. United under one king, one rule. Too much blood has been spilled fighting one another. Today, we unify. And turn our blades outward to conquer new lands. And who better to lead us to glory than me? I was blooded before the age of 10, and I led the greatest army Norway has ever seen. But they say a wise king seeks honest counsel, so I ask, who among you rejects this new arrangement?
I am not your enemy, King Harald, but I will not be your subject. Tomorrow we sail for greener shores, and so my kingdom is yours.
This saddens me, noble Jarl. And does your wife agree? Is she not tired of limping ever westward?
My husband and I are as one in this, Lord. We do not limp together, we fly.
I'm sad to lose a woman of your spirit, Ljuvina. But I hold no grudge. May the fates grant you good luck.
My king, I offer you my axe and my oath, ironclad.
Oh, go fuck
Gorm
yourself.
Kjotveson, you dare show your face in this hall. Did not King Styrbjörn and his son Sigurd rid our lands of your foulness?
The Raven clan dishonored me, great king. They poisoned my father, Kjotve.
Oh, go
They made
fuck
a mockery
yourself,
of his
you
honorable
ugly
death.
little shit.
Backraut!
You
You
fuck-
lie!
Hold, Eivor. Let it play out.
This is a serious charge, Gorm, and a false one at that. My uncle saw your father die. Eivor Wolfkist, you are Kjotve's slayer. This man has slandered your clan. What shall I do with him?
Oh, you should not give me the option.
You're king of these lands, Harald. The decision must be yours.
A modest and honorable answer. Gorm, I name you Worm and call you exile.
Ha!
Leave these lands by the next full moon, or I will feed you to the crows myself.
Go fuck yourself.
King Harold, may I speak?
The floor is yours, King Styrbjörn.
My people have held our land since the days when Odin himself walked among us. My kingdom is humble, but we have paid for it in blood. Our victory over Kjotve is proof that we will not lay down without a fight. All here have buried friends, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. And I, for one, have had my fill of death. Let those who seek war look beyond our shores. If King Harold brings peace, then I am happy to bend my knee to
What
him.
the fuck?
What? What in hell's name are you doing, father?
Securing a lasting peace, Sigurd. Our days of fighting are finished.
You said nothing of this to me. Not a word. And I will not yield a title that should be mine by right.
Then war will continue. Men will die, villages will burn, you foolish boy. This is our only way towards true peace.
I'm not gonna
You
lie.
will die a thrall. You drink-addled cow. Alone and toothless in a bed of straw.
I feel like we have the worst king possible.
Forgive my son. He is ruled by his emotions.
I take no offense, Styrbjörn Jarl, and I thank you for your fealty.
Like, he
It
is
is
a
natural to
fucking
fear
shit
change,
king.
to resist it. But all things change and all things end. The lessons of Ragnarok are clear. We will speak again soon.
Wasn't our father king? Because if so, our father was a better king than this guy. Like, well, this is shit.
That was an ambush, Lord. Did you know of Stepion's plans?
For some days, yes, I did. But it was not at my urging. It was his decision alone. Do you dream of a glorious future, Eivor? A warrior like you would be a boon to my clan.
I dream of a glorious death, but not at the cost of betraying my family.
I wish I understood you better. For those I do not understand, I do not trust, and I cannot stomach a lack of trust.
You have nothing to fear from me, King Harald. My loyalty lies with my brother Sigurd, and I bear you no ill will.
Then know that if you stay in Norway, both you and your brother must serve under me. Take tomorrow to think on this. But let us leave these matters for another time. Tonight, we will eat and drink like gods and wake in a kingdom made new.
Shit king, honestly. Not this guy. This guy seems like... this guy seems like he'd be a good king. I'm talking about our king. I think he's our king. Fucking shit. Like, goddamn. Fucking bend the knee to this guy. Like, what the fuck is this? Terrible. Honestly. Sigurd would be a better fucking king than you.
Harald's colors. He's already marking his territory.
Marking? Gods, he's spraying like a horny pup.
Harald may be young, but he's clever. Do not underestimate him. He came of age very quickly.
Okay, what are we gonna level? Okay, that's my fault. I feel like I'm leveling up like so right now.
You there! What are you doing? If you wish to have words, come closer.
Be my eyes, Sunan.
Or was our home or something like that. So since our leader or our 16 is literally moved to that king, these guys are moving in. Battle around.
It's Eivor! Open the door!
Come in, but keep your voice down. It will alert Harald's men.
Where will we live?
The English will fight back! The wars will never end!
Or they will push us into the Christian ways!
Quiet all! Give me a chance to speak.
Probably hiding from them or something. Also, can we be closing the door because keep those secrets?
2 days ago, we rid this land of Kjotve and his dogs. Yet today, we do not celebrate. Today we cower under a cloud of fear. But it need not be like this. We are not the heel-trodden subjects of a boy king. We are the Raven clan. Our destiny is our own.
Did you know about your father's oath to Harald?
I did not. And for that my anger burns hotter than any man's here. But I will not let that drive me into despair. We cannot stay in Norway. Not under Harald's boot. Not without fueling more war. So we push forward. To newer lands. To England. And there make a new home. A kingdom of our own.
The sons of Ragnar Lothbrok have been in England 8 winters already. Is there any land left for a clan of our size?
More than enough, wife. Of the 4 kingdoms of England, only one is truly pacified.
I have no desire to wear Harald's leash. I like this idea.
A saga for the ages, I agree.
It will take time and resources to build ourselves a new home, but the riches taken from Kjotve's raid would suffice.
No. That belongs to my father. as a fair compensation. In England, we must start anew.
You would start us with nothing? In a land we do not know? Among people who hate us?
Kjotve's riches would go some way to easing our passage, Sigurd. I bested him. It is within my rights to claim his goods.
Our leaving must not be an assault on my father. It is a time of renewal for us.
If you object, I understand. Let your father keep Kjotve's riches. England will have riches and cargo enough for us.
Good. I did not want this cloud hanging over us. It is a wise leader who considers the need of others.
To England then, before the day is out. Pack
Let's
what
go,
you
we
need.
going to
no more
England,
than
boys and girls!
And tighten your lips. The last thing we need is the attention of Harald's troops.
I don't know why, but something about like moving in games, it always gets me excited.
How much did you hear? Enough. A new path is revealed and your journey will be challenging.
Will you not join us?
For my mother's sake, I cannot. But our threads will cross again before the final day. Until then, farewell.
Bye. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Just moving from one place to another. I don't know. I always get excited when we when you move in games. It's just it's something about it. It's just exciting. Let's move, boys! Let's move! Get out this place. And I know I said I missed the snow, but like, move! Move into England!
Eivor, the wind favors us. We should set sail without delay.
You made quick work of packing. Well done.
The dream of new lands is a powerful lure.
As is the promise of glory. But the act of leaving so beloved a home, there is a sadness to it.
Having doubts?
No, not at all. The die is cast.
Then let fate guide our journey. Are you ready?
Of course.
I am ready. Let us take to the water and leave unbothered while we have the chance.
That chance is past. Look.
Fate flies on swifter wings than we.
King Harald's banner.
Can't stop us.
Sigurd, what is this assembly? What are you planning?
An exit, father. As graceful as I can. For if I cannot be king in the land of my birth, I will start a new saga. In England.
Nonsense. Your place is here, son, at my side. There will be other victories soon. Other glories.
My choice is made, father. Do not hope otherwise.
It is easy to lose one's way on the road to glory. Do not let false victories blind you to what is true.
You talk of false victories to me, old man? A sad old bear who destroyed his honor with one bent knee. The further I sail from this place, the louder I will sing.
I will be his anchor, Lord.
No, you must be his better half. May Agir bless your voyage.
Ooh, raw materials. Okay. Everyone, say goodbye to our home. I mean, actually, it's kind of funny and sad at the same time. We literally, earlier in the episode, we just said, we just saw our home where our parents died, and now we're leaving this home. Oh.
The time for tears is over, you weeping sacks of wool! Put some muscle into those bulls!
Ration your strength, dog. We have an ocean to cross.
All right, you lazy backgrounds. Sigurd, what's our course?
The sons of Ragnar established a settlement near the coast. We set sail for them. Ragi, sing a song to lift our hood.
To rouse the gods! Inspire a mighty fart from Thor to speed us on our way!
An ocean lies before us, Eivor, and on its far side, a new kingdom awaits.
You know England well from your travels.
I spent a season in their kingdom of Mercia, a temperate land, lush and wild. By now, the sons of Ragnar will have claimed its heart.
Do we mean to join their army?
They will join ours. In time, all of England will know of Raven Clan and the glory we brought to that fractured land. So to England! Glory and destiny!
To England!
To England!
To England! For Valhalla!
Hail Creed, hail! Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Ooh, we playing as, what's her name, Lila? What's up, girl? And fucked up in there. Looks like she's been doing fucking crack. Jesus Christ. She's been on that cocaine. Looks like she's in bed.
In a lecture at the University of Cambridge, Dr. Sirka told a worried audience that scientists have few answers for them.
Since the mass coronal ejection of 2012, the strength of the Earth's magnetic field has increased by a factor of 50,000. This has resulted in huge disturbances in radio and satellite communications, dangerous bands of radiation around the poles, and as we can all see from our window, an aurora borealis that never burns away. Unfortunately, we are stumped as to why this is happening, and if we cannot find an answer soon, it may change the way we live, the way we communicate, even the way we evolve, forever.
Dr. Sirka went on to say,
Bought you more electrolytes? Oh, new and improved citrus flavor.
Hey, it's Sean.
Thanks, Sean. How do we fix this? How are you the key to everything?
Okay.
You're a long way from home, Eivor. Hmm.
Oh shit, that's very cool. Eivor is just dead. What the fuck happened?
It's beautiful. But it's not normal.
You know, whenever I look outside, I'm pretty sure I don't see a thing. Weird stuff.
Runes?
Kind of like doors.
Oof. I'd rather walk into town than use this. Someone's got mail. An invitation to a fair in Concord. Bring your best crop and you may win a prize. Tempting. Layla, you can't run away from this.
So what happened to the He's like, nah, I'm out. I'm done with this. I'm done with this life.
Another satellite. Damn. Probably bought this in a coffee shop somewhere in Concord. I'm not going anywhere. Not yet. Would love to play around, but I have bigger things on my mind.
Did you get my tea?
Some quality stuff here.
Also, is there even move that word You got that cake.
Mint tea is not actually tea, Bex. It's an infusion. It's really just dirty, minty water.
I don't care what you call it, Sean. Did you buy any?
Of course I did, love.
Hey, sorry about pulling you out. The generator was sputtering.
That's fine. I needed air.
How is the Animus data stream? Comfortable?
Felt pretty stable after a while.
Good. Just give me a sec and you can jump back in.
Okay. Hey Sean, what you doing?
Another satellite came down. Did you see?
I did. One of Abstergo's.
That's good.
Well, most of North America just lost its GPS service, so depends what you mean by good, really.
Right. Even when we win, we lose.
Okay, we're all set. Whenever you're ready, you can jump back in.
You mind if I put some music on?
Go for it.
Cool.
Hello, Layla.
Sean, what do you make of the grave out there?
Well, it overturns a few hundred years of scholarship about the first Europeans to set foot in North America. Apart from that, it's just a bunch of muddy bones, isn't it?
Can we talk about this thing on my neck for a second?
Ah, the mood stabilizer. Yes.
It's not harmful, is it? I mean, I feel good, but I want to make sure there's no side effects.
There shouldn't be. It's only blocking outside signals, a passive effect. So the staff doesn't, you know, mess with you.
Sean, what happened last year, I had no control over that. I tried to resist.
I understand. And your old team, maybe they don't. But we've seen that sort of thing before. Still, if you want to work with us and get to the bottom of why the world is about to end for the second time in 8 years, then you wear that thing until we say otherwise. William's orders.
I know. It's not a problem.
It's just a few more weeks, yeah? Just until we figure this out.
You're right. I know you're right.
When is the world not in
Sean has been busy.
Certain message and audio fragments sent from an unknown location to our encrypted servers. Nothing was stolen, nothing corrupted. Just a click, deposit, and gone. We got lucky this time. So what is it? A cryptic sound file, voice unknown with a signal beneath it. The signal was a code, led us to a precise spot here in New England. We dug, and good lord, we struck gold. Well, silver. Dominant currency was in the Dark Ages. Point is, it was a grave site, a Norse warrior dating to the late 9th century, early 10th century AD, a few centuries before the early known settlement. This is big news if we have it right. Question remains, how did these bones get here and why? So that's how it was.
Please enjoy your stay. Remember, all the garbage must be packed out, and please water the plants once a day. Yeah, I won't remember that.
Huh?
You gonna put this in the fridge, Sean?
Of course. In half a minute.
Remember, tomatoes go on the counter, not the fridge. That's quite nice. Soothing. I went through hell to bring you here. It had better be worth it. Let's have a look.
trash. Dude. M and Mimi Gibbon. My name is Lila Hassan. I was a friend and colleague of Victoria's both at Abstergo and in our subsequent freelance careers. And all the time I knew and worked with your daughter, I was always struck by her limitless intelligence, her humor, and her ability to focus even in times of great stress. She was an inspiration not just for me, but to all those who work with her. I'm writing to you now with the hope of shedding some light on the circumstances of her death. Oh. I realize it must be strange to receive your letter out of the blue from someone whose name you have probably never heard. Offering to explain the tragic loss of one so dear, but if you allow me, I will try. I was with your daughter in the moments leading up to the unfortunate incident that took her life. In fact, I am partly to blame for it. Partly to blame for it. Last reference, so I get right. Um. Oh, that's pretty upstairs. That's a good site. Apart from the Eagle Bear Cassandra, anything assumes non-effectively late in BQ, similarity, 25,001 BCE, between 20,200 IE. This staff, one of many E2 saves known to us, is first and foremost a medical device with the ability to heal, repair, and restore, and rejuvenate organ tissues with unprecedented swiftness. It has been known to extend the life of its bearers well beyond the average human in E2 lifespan, and it is presumed to have the ability to resuscitate living creatures in crucial or suspended state. It has not been verified if the staff has the ability to resurrect the dead, but this seems unlikely based on its known features. It appears to work by reading and copying its bearer's DNA to ensure perfect replication on a broad scale. It is able to detect errors, copies, and employ repairs so long as its bearer remains within direct contact. It has been used as a weapon infrequently, possibly by taking advantage of this tremendous power it draws from species with wireless energy latent. The staff has also acted as a conduct or container for the personality of an E2 called Atlantia. It is not known if this personality is Alethea original content or a simulation of original, though most neuroscientists would call this a distinction without a difference. As of early 2019, the entity known as Alethea has made no further attempts to contact me as yet. My purpose, my purpose as the so-called bearer of memories as Alethea has accused me and remains unclear. No bearers Okay. Wait, hold on. No one bears harmony. Some cases minus 75, 100. Or, bad 75,000 CE. Or Gapio. 6.3 BCE. 6.3 BCE. Cassandra! There it is. 4 BCE. Our girl Cassandra. God, this is fucking hard to read. Probably read this one for me. Rebecca, before we meet at the site, I want you to see these. Last week, I reviewed the logs from my time with the Bayvec and came across some old notes. In the years I explored Patras, Egypt, I stumbled across 6 Isu temples, most of which were buried beneath fire tomb sites. Each temple contained an Isu message, totally meant for one with the ability to read genetic memories. I was the lucky one. I don't believe they were intended for Bayek himself, as he seemed wholly unaware of the messages as they played. They may have been encoded in a way that only someone with an animus could feel. It's been a few years since I last heard these messages, so my memory is foggy, but the notes I just scribbled down have a clarity that I trust might be something to all this. I don't know. Often I express outside of my area of expertise. I am enthusiastic, but after all, let me know if something else strikes you, Lila. Message 1 and 6. Layers upon layers of reality, each blurring into the next, which is real and which is not. What if none are real? What if everything you know is false? We ran thousands of simulations searching for the right version, searching for Desmond. Each one of them felt real, but there's no way of truly knowing, is there? Not for sure. Anything can be simulated. And finding the answer could mean whatever. Teasing the assassin maximum. Nothing is true, must be careful not to confuse truth with fact. However, a language scheme you will always lose, though we may stumble in our attempts to interpret it. The world, the universe, reality, what have you, it is always out there. I believe that simulated or no, we could imagine a dozen nested simulations and each one on the level of itself would continuate a full reality. Wolfram via Conway suggests the universe is a giant stellar automata. And further, there is a point where the difference between simulated and real is meaningless. If the universe were a simulation, what would it matter? The simulation plus simulation itself would be real, and therefore everything within it would be real within the confines of the simulation. Say scientists were able to simulate pain by inducing only a few neurons to fire. No physical harm. I am in pain. The subject says, no, you only believe you are. Says the scientist, this is meaningless, as is this. You thought you were in pain, but you are mistaken. Excuse me, reading is fucking with me. Also, I did not understand a single thing of that. Message 2, okay, encrypted, whatever. No surprise you were designed to have boundaries after all, and one cannot speak of that which one cannot conceive. The code equals equations that defy life. They are nestled deep within as every star and every mote of death. Every second that passes is a word of symbol, all part of an intricate yet simple language, existing within the framework of time itself. It is the one rule which applies to us all, immutable, inescapable. We know that humans were the instruments of an early excuse me, species, the Easter. Fuck. Reading. Resistant to temptation to stay superior, different, they were better suited to some tasks, ill suited to others, possessed of a mind that we cannot know, but that does not give us anywhere. What is it like to be an Isu? What is it like to be a bat? The implication that the Isu could read the time is interesting, but if humans could read time, would it necessarily be in the same manner and for the same purpose? Whether constructed or evolved, or a little of both, as we are, we cannot be said to have built to achieve the same end. A round disc on its edge is a wheel on its side. A plate, how we use something can be often can often determine its value and its perceived purpose. Fuck. Okay. Message 3. Okay. Break the code, break the node. These walls tell the tragic story, a story we transcribe on our structures, on our on our artifacts, a story we could not alter, a mystery defying us in the plain sight. We tried, our scholars and scientists, poets and psychic, whatever. Bright minds, rebellion hearts, they all tried so hard to bring about change. They fuck. We all failed. None could change what we discovered. The story is written into the walls of these rooms. The reader has no power. He is but an observer, but the author invents the future. The author owns the future. The future. The Toba catastrophic, a super volcanic event paired with a mass coronal injection, was the beginning of the end for the Isu. It changed the Earth's environment, lowered its ability or able oxygen levels, internally fucked things up. The Isu never recovered by our estimates. The last remaining Isu died just a century after the catastrophic. From that point forward, humans, their creation, ruled the road. This disaster was not unforeseen. Isu scientists had known about their impending doom for years, perhaps decades, before the catastrophe occurred. To protect themselves, they worked feverishly to find a solution. Six methods they tried, but due to a toxic combination of purpose, political, that is political, no, politicians, whatever, infighting and bad luck, all six failed. The final method proved the most promising and was nearly complete when tragedy struck. It was this method and Desmond Miles survived when he saved the world from a second solar flare in December 2012. This voice laminates the compound failure of their species to save themselves, but the truth is whatever, is broader than that. Say with Desmond say the success deferred. This then this method, break the code, break the node, insists is very puzzling. Method 4 and okay. Excuse me. Linear continuity is a simulation that allows for various variations within the linear continuity. There are nodes There are no choke points, moments where algorithm coverage, the flows of super possessed possibilities to a single moment where only one absolute truth is possible. Paths are fluid, continuous, no the static, changeless, and the wave function collapse. There's the path into nodes which branch out again and again and again. Can you feel the wave collapsing, trying to course correct Desmond's act of defiance? The incoming node needs the world to end. The algorithms have been craving the flow of possibilities towards that end for over 100 years now. Collapse the wave. Well, outside my area of expertise, must contact someone who knows this shit better. But what it seems to be saying, the structure of space-time, the universe is built in such a way that certain events or clusters of events are compelled to occur, a bottleneck through which space-time flows, and one nearly impossible to avoid. There is something about this catastrophe, whatever, the one Desmond averted in 2012 that compels it to return. Indifferent to our fear or pain, it is a tidal wave rippling across the sea of space. It crashed once against the dike, and that stopped it for a time. But the sea rears back for another strike, and another and another. That gives some clarity to what is happening now all around us, but it remains unclear how to change it, especially from within an animate. A simulation is innocent within a simulation. Almost done. Message 5. Reality is a mathematical model which gives solved over and over again by the observer. Your thoughts are computations, and they render this world for you to call your own. Not all processors are alike. Different brains produce different realities. The variations go from the subtle to the drastic. Your mind defies how much you can taste, how much you can feel. Excuse me, fuck. How much you can understand. Perception defies perspective. We designed you and made sure to engineer your senses so you could perceive just what we needed you to. Neither more nor less. There are parts of time where we preferred you to remain blind to. It was a necessity. If we could suddenly see time that would not guarantee the same perception that you two possess. Let us speak of time as an entity, if we may. Let us say that time is a perceptible fact in the same way that the light is a perceivable fact, and in the same way that light is a perceivable fact. The ability to see this fact is now no way guarantee a sympathetic view. There are creatures stumbling around this earth that read light differently than we do, and for different purposes. Humans see in a well-known spectrum, Roy G. Biv. This sense of color is confined to the three tones we possess, yet nocturnal creatures see with a different scope for a different purpose. Night stalking, hunting, lurking, they evolve in concert with their needs, and are now constrained by them as we are. Light is only a fact seen absent and used differently by different species to suggest that we might read time is to imply we have a specific time use for time. Okay, message 6, last one. The next chapter is unstoppable, and yes, the greatest revolutions sometimes originate from the confines of the possibility, do they not? Reality is a simulation, breaks the code, and in so doing, escapes the inescapable. The Animus was humankind's first unconscious attempt to explain what it could not see. Understanding genetic memories and eye into history, your Animus is different as is the mind that imagined it. It could escape the code, it could make the leap and make possible a decision that defies the order of things that are. It is ridiculous to imagine that I could change the nature of reality out there from within the confines of an animate, a simulation within the so-called simulation. But I believe I understand what this voice is telling me. My animus is endowed with the ability to suggest alternations to days long paths from any moment in time. I can extrapolate what might have been. Calculations of time, I am not confined to what was, but what could have been. Yes, history is real, facts do matter, but from any moment in time I choose within the animate, I can interrogate the memory, I can ask the world what if Bayek and Aya had stayed together, what if Himmu had not been murdered. I can suggest these hypotheticals and watch how they unfold. Why would I want to? For knowledge, for a better understanding of what tragedies were avoided. It remains to be seen. I am in a sense a reader of calculations as the Easter were in days past. Perhaps one day I will be able to harness this talent to see into the future, to predict, to correct, to avoid. That would be worth something. Fuck, that was a lot of reading. I think that was everything.
I lived, I died, and now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
Message was broadcast for 9 days, then 2 section analysis of the message revealed according to a North grade site in New England. Hey, wait.
No, come on, Sean.
Oh, yeah,
turn that thing off.
Oh, hold on. I like what you said there. I want to get this for posterity. Say it again, nice and loud.
Seriously?
Sure, come on. If nothing else, it'll give me leverage with your old man.
Ah, that's your angle. Nice. What I said was, I wish I hadn't been born into the Assassins. I wish I had chosen this life. Is that good enough?
Sure, but why is that?
Because choice is the central idea of our creed. It underpins everything, right? It's about free will. It's about seeing the evidence before you and saying, yes, this is what I want. Or, no, this isn't for me. But when you're born into a group like this, or any other, like I was, you get mixed signals. You get told over and over again, this is what we believe. These are the rules. This is reality. No deviation. And if you question it, oh, they look at you like you killed a puppy. That's hardly free will. It's a weird irony when free will is your central belief, but nobody wants you to believe otherwise. I don't know how to say it exactly, but I always thought there was something self-destructive about our creed. If free will is the most important moral guidepost we have, we should be free to ignore it. To choose submission, for example. You know what I mean? Like, we should be free to side with the Templars. If it's really my choice, I could do that.
Right. It's almost self-refuting. A democracy could democratically elect a dictator or choose to get rid of democracy altogether. Within our creed is the seed of its own destruction. That's what makes it powerful, I think. And fragile.
Right. The more freedom you have, the more risky it is, you know? Anyway, my dad has mellowed over the years, but he was strict when we lived on the farm. He ran a tight ship. I never got the impression that I was free to choose my path forward. Our creed, our tenets, they were drilled into my head. By the time I was a teenager, I was following these rules out of a sense of duty. This was just what we did.
That happens to a lot of organizations over time. A stagnation sets in, you know? A fundamentalism.
Yeah. Following the rules becomes more important than achieving whatever goal you set out for yourself. And people start to lose sight of the reason the rules exist.
That's called deontology, or a form of it. Following a rule for its own sake and not for the consequences it has.
Yeah, but that feels backwards, doesn't it?
Well, I think so. Following a rule is the easy part. Praying, taking a sip of wine, munching on a wafer. Rituals that give comfort.
But that's just going through the motions. It makes people feel like they're doing something. When the hard work is, well, actually getting off your ass and doing something productive. I think people just want boundaries. Tight boundaries. They want to see the four walls that pen them in.
I don't disagree.
Anything outside that, anything that makes life more complex, that's scary. That's why I envy you. You chose this life. You went through that process and you decided, yes, I believe in this.
Sure. It didn't stop me from being an insufferable know-it-all as a teenager, but I see your point.
I would have loved to have been a know-it-all. I knew nothing. Not until you guys found me. Yeah. It wasn't until I met you, and Bex and Lucy, that I knew. I knew I wanted to be an assassin.
Oh, thanks, Des. Come here. Bring it in, bud. I don't normally like touching, but I'll make an exception now.
I am not hugging you.
You sure? Because I smell very nice today.
Can you just turn that off?
Layla, thought you might be interested in this. Conversations that Bex and I had with Desmond back in 2012. December, I think. Just, candid talks, that's all. We didn't square any circles or write any beat poetry. But he did have some interesting insights into his time in the Animus and what it means to be an assassin. Anyway, have a listen. You might find you and he had similar experiences, so, well, let me know what you think. Unless it's to tell me I sound like a total brat in these recordings. If that's the case, just say nothing. I mean, I did have a slight cold at the time I recorded these. That's probably why I sound odd. Anyway, okay, I'm done anyway, so turn off. Turn off. Oh, it's actually just a button. Sorry, here we go.
Hold on, I'll just set this here.
Do you guys record everything we talk about?
Not everything, but you've been using the Animus so much, I thought this was a good chance to learn some things about prolonged exposure.
So I'm your guinea pig?
No, my guinea pigs are all dead. The Animus was too much for them to handle.
Cute.
Can I ask you about the bleeding effect? Any recent flashes? Any memories resurfacing?
Yeah, the usual things. Ghost images of Altair and Ezio a few times a day. Nothing intrusive, just brief moments. They pass quickly, almost without me noticing. Like a figure in the corner of my eye. Or remembering a dream from the night before. I did have one extended hallucination a few days ago. It was Ezio. He was older, around the time he left Cappadocia. He was standing on the deck of a ship, alone. And through him, I could feel an intense regret or guilt. And it felt to me like he'd had a loss of faith in himself, in the creed, like he couldn't keep it up. couldn't stay true to his ideals. And as I watched him, I thought, is this the moment he decided he was done being an assassin? It felt like it. Anyway, most of my visions have been brief, lasting just a few seconds. They're like complete memories of small moments that appear suddenly out of nowhere, fully formed. It's a strange feeling.
Okay, anything else?
I'm starting to see Connor now, too. Though I hear his voice more often than I see him. I'm sure that will change. Oh, yeah, and yesterday, just before bed, I had a memory of being on a beach in the Caribbean with a bunch of sailors. Or maybe they were pirates. I don't know. No idea.
Huh, we'll look into that. And how do you feel in general?
In general? Well, I feel older, for one. Much older. And it's strangely comforting. I'm collecting the memories and skills and thoughts of so many people. I feel like I've lived a few hundred years or more. Is it possible that if I do this for too long, it'll push my own memories aside? That I'll be everyone but myself after a while?
It's possible. That's called identity substitution. It's happened before, but it's rare. And someone with your background shouldn't need to worry.
My background? You mean someone with my genes? My abilities?
You have Isu DNA, and that lets you see things and do things and withstand traumas that other people can't.
And I can suffer in ways that others can't. That's not something to be proud of.
You mean the apple?
Yeah. It has a pull, Bex. It tugs at my brain. It talks to me. Teases me. Drives me mad. And what I did to Lucy... God damn it. Nothing is worth the damage I did. The pain I caused.
I know. But you're special. That's the point.
I'm not special, Bex. I'm lucky. That's all.
I understand.
We're assassins. It's our creed that makes us different, not our genes, not our blood. Anyone can join us.
That's true. But let's leave that aside for a second. What I want to know is, have you ever had any Isu memories resurface?
Isu memories? I don't think so. I can't even begin to imagine what that would feel like.
I think you'd know if you did. Maybe one day. We might be able to induce something.
Jesus, let's fix the world first, okay? Before we start digging up my ancient ancestors.
Deal.
With my luck, I'll be related to some third-rate Isu like Sisyphus or something.
Way to aim high, buddy.
Hey, you gotta.
Lila, whatever. As you trace about England, Beck and I thought you might want to keep your eyes open for a few things. Assassin bureaus or the hidden ones. More accurately, they operated in the Roman Britain between the years 100 and 430 CE. CE. It's not clear why they left. It's not clear why they left, but the final date corresponds roughly to the Roman exodus from Britain. So I imagine their leaving has something to do with the Empire's retreat. Mission accomplished, or a loss of faith. Not sure, but we do know that it was several hundred years before the hidden ones returned to the island. There may be Bastium and Titan are the first in half a century. From our own archives, I believe there were 6 main bureaus operating in the Roman period. Leeds, Leicestershire, London, Winchester, York, Essex, Gloucestershire. These won't be the Saxon names, so you'll have to read between lines. Anomalies. Beck noticed these about 10 embedded in the simulation. They're dense clusters of data that made through with your ability to navigate tidewards swimmingly. Approach with caution. We do not know what they'll do if you get too close. They may be harmless. They may induce optical shock or wipe your mind. Hard to say. Best to err on the side of hell no. But if you're curious, well, I warned you. Pieces of Eden. We don't know of any E2 artifacts you should be looking for specifically, but they're out there. And this was a period where they often cropped up in legends. Norse and Saxon songs and tales speak of them often, so keep your eyes peeled, especially around Stonehenge. How could that not be an Easter site? Animus Session Report, date 3rd November 2014. Operator Rebecca Crane. Subject Sean Hastings. Reporter William Miles. Preface: the transformation of the Order of the Ancients into the Templars as we know them today has always been a subject of considerable debate. Among our ranks, we have operated with the assumption that the Templars themselves had some or complete knowledge of this evolution, but at present no concrete historical evidence has ever made it into our hands. With little data we do have, it is mostly a matter of public record. With some exceptions, it is commonly understood that the origin of the Knight Templar dates back to 1019 CE, and this indeed was the appearance of the public faith of the Templar. However, our records attest to the existence of Templar agents at least 2 centuries before this date. In one badly damaged document, an assassin contract from Normandy in the mid 11th century, the author makes free use of the term Templar. An early letter, this time from a hidden one in the region of modern-day Dorset, Cyprus, 9078 CE, makes mention of a Templar spy within the ranks of the Brotherhood. From this, we can safely assume that the Templar Order as an entity distinct from the Order of the Ancients existed at some point in the mid-10th century. With an aim to expand our understanding of this dark age, one of our agents recently volunteered to delve into his genetic memories to search for further clues to this age-old mystery. Unfortunately, what he discovered was of little use for our purposes. Sean Hastings began the first of his 7 sessions on October 5th, 2014. Over the course of the next 3 weeks, he followed various matrilineal and patrilineal lines into the past, focusing on 9th and 10th and 11th centuries in search of assassins and or Templars in his bloodline. He found none of minor interest, however, was the following personage here noted for the facility of his biography: Alice Marie Spear, Thora Valdesson, an early 9th century Jew who sailed north from modern-day Denmark with a wooden plank bearing a carving of a map that purposed to mark the location of Thor's and Ulrichur made it as far as Stavanger before running afoul of a powerful clan there. Ulrichur was defeated in battle and enthralled as a slave. He escaped his captivity 17 years later and returned to Jutland to marry and settle down. The location of Ulrichur's map is unknown, and the existence of Thor's hammer, a precursor relic, no doubt remains unconfirmed. Ulrichur's ancestors would later sail to England following the Norman conquest of the island, settling in what is now called Lao Bro and modern-day Leicestershire. The irony that a man named Hastings would contain no useful genetic memory data regarding the Norman invasion of England in 1066 was not lost on our dear subject. Still, he retained his usual chipper wit and asked if he might next relive the genetic memory of his grandfather to quote give a Nazi a proper biology. Fuck it. Read now, Rami Hitchen to Lila Hitchen, date May 6th, or May 11, 2020. Subject Rihanna. Thanks for clearing that up in such profound detail. I'm sure I'll sleep soundly now. Ram on Lila Hitchen, date May 10, 2020, 2:38 p.m. I don't have COVID, no, and I'm well isolated. It's just three of us traveling together, staying out of. They literally put COVID in this game. Oh my god, it's getting too real now. Disappearing for a while and date May 2nd, 2020. I don't like the sound of any of this, Lila, and I don't like where this is leading. Not using phones is not the right way to use my number. I suggest you call it. And no, I won't say hello to our parents for you because doing so would bury me in questions I cannot answer. And to tell father that you would no longer work for Abstergo would break his heart. That's all he ever talks about. How his daughter is one of the cutting edge of neuroscience. The man doesn't understand the first thing about what you do or did, and he's still proud. I will not be the one to disappoint him. Is it COVID? Is that what you're being cagey? Something else? Call him, call me, and stop this insane game of hide and seek. I just want to know that you are safe, man. From Haitian, May 1st, 2020, 1:39. Rami, forgive the short email. I wanted to call, but I'm not using phones right now, and my time is limited. I'm still recovering from my trip. Things got out of hand, and nothing went as expected. People got hurt. I told you it was for research, and it was, but for us, the truth is, I haven't worked for them for a few years. It's a long story. I won't bother you with the details, but it wasn't for me. Leave it at that. The group I'm with now, I can't explain, not over email, but they've shown me things, given me opportunities, and opened my eyes to a broader view, but not without cost. In fact, I fucked up last year bad, more than once, and I need to make it up right. Make it up right. And I need to make it right. But I know all this sounds cryptic, it is, but I'm not in danger, not in the way you might think. If I'm being vague, it's because I need to be. I don't want any data snippers picking up on the keywords that might raise alarm. Do I sound paranoid? A little. Here's the point. Don't worry about me. I'm with a couple of people who I trust now. They've been at this a lot longer than I have, and they're going to see me through this. I promise at this time next year things will be better, the skies will be clear, and the earthquakes will stop, and we'll celebrate Ren again together. It'll be just like the 90s all over again. Tell Mama and Baba I miss them and that I'm doing fine. Your sis L. From unknown sender to Lila. Date January 19th, 2020, 10:36 a.m. Next step, good. From Lila, History, from my finger, January 19th, 2020, 10:34 a.m. Excuse me. I'm ready. From unknown sender, Lila, History, January 17th, 2020, 3:12 p.m. So, L. One last message after all communications between us via this account or any other account will cease. We have our own ways of talking, methods that cannot be missed or traced. Your previous team made this mistake. They knew the risk, but they were sloppy, left traces of their activity on everything. Digital fingerprints everywhere. That will not happen with us. My colleagues tell me that initial meeting went well. They are impressed, just a little worried of the influence your new toy has on it or on you. But they know better than most what it means to live with such a burden. I am curious to know more about this pair of memories. Whatever. It is not a phrase we've heard in all our decades of research. In a few weeks' time, we will contact you once more. If you are interested in proceeding, follow instructions to the letter. If you are not interested, or if you break any of our protocols, this will be the last time you hear from us. Take this to heart. The world is sick and getting sicker. The Earth magnet field. I was about to say magic that word again. Magnet field is growing stronger. Satellites are falling from the sky. Earthquakes are getting more frequent. Mines are becoming more and more frequent, and now we have credible reports of a new and deadly virus sweeping through Asia. It can feel yeah, it's kind of happening in real life too. I mean, not the world, I mean, just it can feel like we're living through a Jeskian nightmare. Mere anarchy is loose upon the world, and in many ways we are. But there is hope, there is a fear. In the past few months, we have come across something that may help us solve our most pressing problems. A very promising message that may help us to reverse the dire course we are on. If you want to be a part of the solution, join us. If not, we wish you the best of luck. From unknown sender, Lila Hastings, December 27, 2019, 5:31 p.m. You have a gift and a curse. The gift of the old blood, the curse of not understanding it. We can help if you help us. What you did is not your fault, but you must take responsibility for it, otherwise nothing gets done. One of us will contact you if you miss us. You can. Lala Hasten, unknown sender, December 27, 2019, 5:34 p.m. You know, who the fuck is this? Unknown sender, Lala Hasten, December 27, 2019, 4:39 p.m. Would your favorite baseball team happen to be Atlanta Eagles? Wow, such an amazing way to hide the thing. With that, do I
Sean, don't forget to water the plants while I'm under, okay?
I'll add it to the calendar and tattoo it on my leg.
Excuse me. Anyway, that was a lot of reading, and my throat is fucked. Also, hold on. Okay, I thought because one of the methods said something wrong.
feeling okay?
Better. But I'm worried that it could happen again. The 2 data streams.
I can't promise it won't. I barely understand it myself.
It felt like 2 minds, fighting over 1 brain. It hurt like a shotgun to the head.
Right. There's something about this Viking's DNA sample that feels dense, noisy.
Could it be the staff? Interfering somehow?
How do you mean?
My headaches, my temper. They started the day I got that thing.
I hope you're not making excuses for, you know, your friend.
Jesus, no. I'm not.
Sorry. Just take it easy. And if you feel yourself slipping again, let us know.
I'm trying. I really am. Be nice to sleep in a real bed when this is over.
Okay, let's head back in the Animu. Ah, that was a lot of reading.
All right, time to go. Norway to England takes about a week by long ship, so I'll scrub ahead. Layla, you okay?
Sorry. Can you play the message again?
We have the transcript. If you're looking for something, I can
No,
come and...
I want to hear it.
Okay.
I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just... That message led us here. To this place. To a Norse grave in North America. So those bones out there are the only lead we have. Our only chance at fixing this planet before it's too late.
Here it is.
I lived, I died, and now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
Unsettling, that is.
That pulse in the message. Are you sure it's just coordinates? Nothing else?
Nothing I can find.
Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go.
Okay, more. A lot of reading I just did. England. We're in England.
There she is. England, our new home.
Not a patch on Norway, but we'll make this land our own soon enough.
I'm glad to see any land at all. And will be happy to have my feet on solid ground again.
We must not rush our landing. All you see here is Saxon territory. The Kingdom of Mercia, largely unpacified. There will be eyes watching us from the trees, with bows drawn and traps set. We must be wary. Randi, take in your oars, all standing.
Have you spotted something?
Not yet. But let us go ahead to clear the path of any dangers. Then follow our lead when the sun brushes the horizon.
Understood. May Thor bless you all on your way. We will see you soon.
Sail on.
Yes! I'm ready for whatever these green-thumbed fairy folk have to throw at us.
Sigurd, do the sons of Ragnar know that we're coming?
They do not, but they will not scoff at our visit. Of the 4 kingdoms in England, the sons of Ragnar have settled only one. The rest is ripe for the taking.
Do we mean to join their army?
No, no. We will speak with them, get the lay of the land, and carve this country into as many pieces as we see fit.
Look ahead there! Is that what passes for a town? Plain brick in a single rune to their timid god?
That rune is called a root, Dag. The cross upon which their god was sacrificed. It sits atop a monastery, a place of worship.
That cross killed their Christ, and now they display it in worship? Bizarre!
We carve idols of our gods and make wishes before them. Like our sacrifices to Odin the One-Eyed.
But we do not worship the wolf that kills him! That is the difference!
Whatever strangeness we see in these Saxons, they must think the same of us.
The hammer! Now there is a symbol worthy of a god. A bolt of lightning would take that cross clean off! Look there! What are they doing?
Ritual drowning.
Baptism, Dag. Are the ways of Christians really so unfamiliar to you?
Not at all. I simply forgot. Someone has to keep the conversation up. It must be priests and worshippers alone in that place. We could storm this port with ease. Sack it without breaking a sweat.
Is there much in the way of treasure there?
Always! They shape precious metals and cut jewels to their gods. There will be a fortune there.
Later, Dag. There will be time enough for raiding, once we have settled. Come to, stop the boats! Pull up over there! The way forward is blocked by a chain spanning the river. We must remove it before pressing on.
A chain? Can we cut through it?
It's too thick for access. But there must be a way to release it, somewhere in that camp.
I will go.
And I will be right behind you.
No, Dag. You stay here. Should trouble come our way, I want you defending the ship.
A good idea. Send out the arrow and keep your sharpest axe at hand, huh?
Something like that.
Okay.
Stretch your wings, Sunan.
My bad.
I should be cautious around here.
Go away.
Now you say! Get behind if you can! Die! I'll keep the rat busy! Focus, we have this!
This chain is huge, and poorly anchored it appears. I might be able to shoot it.
After conducting several trials, we have found that these naval chains will hold against even the most durable Danish ships. So long as the mechanisms remain intact, we will more likely will be constructed in the coming months and are to be installed on the rivers leading inland. This is our best defense against any forthcoming incursions. It is imperative that these blockades be maintained and kept operational at all times. Any failure of the function is to be reported.
Done. The path is clear.
The chain is away! Hey, boy! Back to the boat! We should be close now. Barring any more surprises.
Being back in my seat. Road trip!
Fine work.
I say we go back, Sigurd. Give those dogs a good knock around and take whatever treasures they have. Easy pickings.
Not today,
If I want to upgrade any more appreciate that I have.
press on until we reach our goal. We cannot afford another surprise. Now be on your guard. It should not be far.
Gods, I'm ravenous. I hope they have food and ale on hand when we arrive. You should have sent word ahead of us, Sigurd, to get something on the spit.
If Halfdan, Ubba, and Ivar Ragnarsson are lacking food in England, then all of us will starve. Have no worry.
Ah, I can see it now. A suckling pig, tender and juicy, and ale as gold as the treasures that we failed to steal back there.
A man of simple pleasures, aren't you, Dag?
And he is happier for it. For my part, I look forward to standing in the footsteps of the giants that built this land.
What giants?
The great Romans and their empire. Giants of a forgotten age. They held dominion here long ago, and their ruins dot the landscape. Every brick and stone tells a story of conquest and glory. And now, they are rubble and ash.
To be remade. We will rebuild their empire, brick by brick, and ours will not crumble to dust.
All things end, Dog. The ruins are not a warning. They are a testament. Look there, just ahead, where the sons of Ragnar make their camp.
At last, to find our feet on steady ground.
Sigurd, hold back. Something isn't right.
Good eye. There's too little movement for an army. Only tents and a few men.
Not the army we hope to find?
No. Let us get a closer look.
Okay.
Those are not Norsemen. They're too ragged and soiled.
We should proceed on foot, lest they spot the boats.
Dag and I will go together.
We all go. If they are friends, I wish to meet them as a Jarl. And if they are foes, then we fight them all, together. Who are these men?
They speak with twisted accents. English, no doubt.
Dag, Eivor! On me!
We were kind of walking into the boat there. Figured.
Oi, what's this? A mess of filthy Danes befouling our riverways? You there. Give us your name.
I am Sigurd Jarl of Fornberg. And you are...
Men who do not take kindly to Dane invaders creeping into our camp. You'd best move along, pagan. Spare yourselves a slaughter.
You threaten Norsemen with a play of swords and expect us to cower?
I have been 8 days at sea without a drop of blood to wet my axe. So spare the chatter, Buckerout, and draw your weapon.
Let's
We are about to
finish
kick
them!
some man.
Bastards!
You have what you wished for, Dag.
Oh shit! Shit! Bastard!
You had a chance to turn away, and it passed you by. Now!
Like a bleed! I've had it already! Come here,
I want no more surprises.
Right. I will check the longhouse.
Where are we supposed to be? Let me get the cookie. Cookie, no! I can get the cookie! Oh my god, this is the best game in the whole fucking world. Oh my god. What's your good doggy? Oh my god, you did a good one. Sorry guys, what was I doing? I had priorities. Very.
Nothing to see here. All good.
Sorry guys, I'm so shocked. I just don't want to wade and murder absolutely everyone.
Keep an eye on the road running from camp. An ambush could come from anywhere.
It's like, there will be so many dead people. Something bad happens to that dog.
Sunan, guide me.
Wait! Who are you? Are you with those brigands as well?
Sigurd! Dag! In here! Those men had prisoners.
Come on! What?
You there! Untie us!
What? Okay.
Let us walk and we will not hurt you!
Quite bold in those bindings. I like your spirit.
We are very agreeable people, I promise. You need not kill us.
Peace, friend. We have no need or wish to hurt you. What are your names?
Yenli. I'm a merchant, not a bandit like those others. And this is Rowan.
Rowan, that's right. I'm a stable hand, that's all. I keep horses and, well, I did, till those brigands sold them off.
They meant to sell us next, as slaves to the nearest bidder. But I ripped their eyes out before I let that happen.
And how did you find yourselves here?
We came to trade with the Sons of Ragnar, at Halfdan Jarl's asking. But they were gone when we arrived.
Unbind them. You know the Sons of Ragnar?
Aye. Sold many a mare and stallion to the brothers. Good men. Always paid me fair.
From the look of this camp, they've been gone for some time. Where will you go now? What will you do?
Rebuild my stocks, start anew. I have friends and allies across the land to aid me, but it won't be easy.
Every town and village needs a stable to keep horses fit and trim. I'll find my footing again. Somewhere.
use them.
What are you thinking?
That we could use their skills as we get settled.
Yeah.
Having access to trade and someone to tend our mounts would be a boon.
My thoughts as well. Any friend of the Ragnarsons is a friend of mine. Right, Dag?
Whatever you think is best, Sigurd.
Janli, Rowan, I am Sigurd Jarl of Fornberg, son of Styrbjörn. This is Eivor and Dag. Both of you are free to go, but more than welcome to stay if you're willing to pull your weight.
We'd be happy to, if only to get back on our feet.
Then let it be done. The Raven Clan welcomes you.
Yeah, Ravenland.
From strangers into friends, into family. The others have arrived. Come.
We got cleaning up to do, and we're gonna make this our home. This place is a fucking mess.
I have a good feeling about this place.
Honored family, friends, welcome to your new home.
Yeah. Go. Everyone, get to work. We have a lot that needs to be done. I just so happy. Here's my bird. Our new home. This is fucking beautiful.
Fine work. A longhouse to rival any I've seen. Now come. Randvi has found something I would like you to see.
Eivor, Sigurd, I give you England and its 4 kingdoms. Mercia, East Anglia, Northumbria, and Wessex. From the few plans and maps I discovered here, I believe the Sons of Ragnar have pushed further into Mercia, here. My scouts will soon tell me if I am correct.
And where are we?
Here, in this unnamed copse of trees.
Unnamed? We cannot let that stand. What will we call this place?
I might have an idea. Ravensthorpe, the village of ravens.
Hey.
I like it. The poet in you sings once again. One day this name will be known throughout all of England.
A name is only a beginning. If we want renown, we must build, expand.
Agreed. We should begin with a forge. Can you help Gunnar get working again?
We'll need cargo, supplies.
For that our neighbors will provide, whether they wish to or not.
Scarcely arrived, and now we must raid.
We cannot master this land merely by asking.
I'll go and speak with Gunnar now.
Good work, my dear. And what else have you found?
Short notes, mostly. Scraps of plans, papers, a few runestone messages. It took some time to decipher the mess and piece it all back together.
Keep forgetting that I have here. Okay, so I think you gotta like get like it's an upgrade you have to get. So yeah, I found my audio recording. Yeah, but yeah, I think it's an upgrade you have to get. So we'll have to do that in the next episode actually, because I feel like this is a good place to round off the episode. We moved. We are in England. And in the next episode, we're gonna go speak to Gunner. So yeah, I hope you guys look forward to that. And I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, do me a favor and hit that like button. And also, why not hit that subscribe button? It's literally like right next to like button. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. I already said like and subscribe. Okay, I don't even know what this outro is. This is literally my worst outro ever. I'm out. Peace.